Hello and welcome. I am Harish, and in this channel we talk about building anything without coding. And this video is part of a series of videos that I'm working on with this tool called YCode that lets you build professional websites with no code. Without further ado, let's get started. Alright, I've talked about a bunch of tools that let you create websites without coding. Basic landing pages can be built using card, even YCode. Basic websites with CMS, where if you're creating a blog, can be created using WordPress or software. And same with YCode. But YCode is much more intuitive, very similar to Webflow if you are familiar with Webflow, but also cheaper compared to Webflow and also easy to build in comparison to Webflow. You don't have to learn a lot of things before you get started with building a website. In this video, what we will do is we'll quickly go through what YCode is, what their pricing is, and what features the platform has, and quickly launch a landing page that lets people subscribe to updates from what you're about to launch. So the landing page is a waitlist landing page. Let's see. So if you go to YCode.com, this is what you'll see. They clearly tell you can build professional websites without code. We'll see how. But if I scroll down, you can see all the features that are available. There is a CMS where you can store data. You can also import data from other platforms. We'll get into those as part of this series. But for the first video, we'll quickly create a landing page using their existing templates. But they do have a generous free plan where you can launch a website, but on their subdomain. And they have certain limitations like 100 CMS items at 1,000 visitors only for the website. But apart from that, they have an Airtable integration available in the free plan, which is best, which lets you connect your existing Airtable bases. Airtable is like the Google Sheets on steroids, which lets you store data basically in just like Google Sheets or Microsoft Sheets. It lets you store data. You can connect that directly to your website that you're about to build in YCode. So yeah, I will let you go through the platform by yourself and decide if you want to use this platform. But first step is obviously to log in or create an account. Since I already have an account, I'm going to click on login. And once you create an account, this is the page that you will see. And in the page, you can see, right now I don't have any projects, but I will click on new project and that will give you a bunch of options. One is blank canvas. If you want to start from scratch, empty page where you already know, or you have a mockup drawn where you want to create a specific website, or you already have a design, you can use a black canvas. But in this case, like I said, let's launch a waitlist landing page, and they do have a template called waitlist. You see at the bottom, you can always preview the template. I clicked on preview. Let's see how this template looks like. There is a heading, then there is a quick description and an email field and a notify me button with a bunch of social icons at the bottom. Very simple landing page. Also, the colors are really looking attractive. I think I'm good to go with this page. So what I'm going to do is click on use template. Right, this is the button on top of the template, and it'll ask me to name my project. So I'm going to name it Secret Project Launch. Okay, that's my name. I clicked on continue, and now this should ideally create a website for us pretty much, and it should start working from here on. That's it. That's pretty much how long it takes to launch a page. Of course, you need to spend time on customizing and adding your own logo, your own brand colors and all that. But this is the simplest way to launch a waitlist page where you want to collect information from your potential users and then in the future notify them with updates about your launch. But yes, if you click on each of these items, you can see that on the left are the layers, right? There is a section, which is the entire thing. Then there is a layout inside it, which is this specific box. Then there is a content box inside that box, which holds these two pieces of text. Then there is a data form, which holds the form. And inside the form, there is error alert. Don't worry about all of this. These all come by default when you insert a specific block. We'll get into that in the future video, but we'll stick to the basics in this. And now there are social icons at the bottom. So if I click on each of these icons, you can see on the right is where you have all the options for customizations. And if you want to update any of the links, you can just click on that specific link block. See, when I hover over it, it highlights the link that I'm selecting, right? So for the Facebook, on the right, I can actually go here. It is a social link. So I click on link block, and here is where you update the actual link. So to update the link, you see there is a design section, then there is settings, then there is animations. You can add animations. In the design section, you can do a bunch of things. You change the layout, you can change the sizing. Depending on your requirement, you can feel free to modify all of these. But if you go to settings, is where you update the link. Like you can see, here is the existing link. You can change it to whatever link you want. You can also change the link type to phone number or email, or link the user to specific sections on the page. Let's assume you have a landing page with multiple sections and you want the user to scroll down to each section based on the menu link they click. You can do so by using this set where you link that specific button or menu item with this section of the page. We'll build all of those in the upcoming videos, but for this video, that's how you update the links. And now if you want to update the background color or the gradient, you just have to select the body on the left. And then if you go to design, this is where you can customize, right? So in this case, I think the background is set to the section. So if you go to section, the backgrounds are actually here. Yeah, so for other customizations like updating the color or the background color, you can always go into the left section where you can see all the layers that are available. And then you can also, along with this, see, hide and see which one is which part, right? This piece is where the color for this gradient is. And if on the right, if you see, there is different options here that are available, and the color is set here, and the filters are set here as to how the gradient should appear from the bottom, right? So that's how you actually customize this. Now if I go change the color to, let's say this, see, it automatically applies with the existing settings. Now on the right, top right, you see there is a preview button here before publish. If you click on preview, it will load the website as to how it will actually look for the end user. And from here, you can also do multiple things, which is change the visibility to small screens or medium screens or large screens. Small is mobile phones, and medium is ideally tablets, or fold is also medium, I guess. And large is usually laptops or desktops. And XL to XL screens are, big monitors, and they said then wherever the display is bigger than the regular size, right? So if you see this, the website preview is loaded. Now if I do small screen, this is how it will look in mobile. This is how it will look in the tablet. You can do so from here. If you make changes, you can always click reload and the changes will appear. Now if I click publish, this should actually publish the site to an actual URL. This is the URL. You can share this URL and this should work anywhere on any device. But if you want to add a custom domain, you have to pay for it. So if I click on add domain, this will take us to the plan where we have to upgrade. So those are the basic features. If I go back to the editor, you can see, as a quick recap, on the left, there are all the layouts that are available. On the right is all the options for each of the selected layer that is currently visible, right? And when somebody submits this form, you may have a question as to where the data is going. It'll always go into the section called CMS. By default, since we're using a template, the subscribers database is created and the data is stored by default in this when somebody submits. You can also create multiple other pages. You get 404 and 500 pages, which are the default error pages by default when you use the template. And then there are workflows where you can set what happens when the user does not enter the email in the field but clicks on the button. You have to stop the user from submitting the form, right? So all of those things you can enable here. And when the subscribe button is created, here is how you add it to the subscribers table where the data is stored, right? So this is all default because we used a template. You can always amend another event. There are a bunch of events that are available. We'll get into all of this as we start to build complex websites as part of the series. And then there are other options also, which is connections. Connections is where you link from external tools or APIs and get data from external resources and then use them in your website that you're building. Then there are file manager is where you upload all the assets, images, videos, audio files if you want to embed in your website and so on. There are limits to the plans like we saw before. So make sure you choose the right plan. And then there is design controls, which lets you decide which font to use globally across this website. So then we can just change once here and it'll apply for the whole app. And then the last one is obviously settings, where you can enter Google Analytics code in the header or custom tracking codes in header or body. And then there is an authentication option also, which lets you create authentication for users who are using the platform. Let's say you want people to sign up or log in. This is where you enable it. You will click learn more and I'll take you through that journey in a later video. But that's the basic overview of YCode, and also a simple landing page where you can collect emails from your potential users using the existing template in YCode. Hope you like this video. If you did, drop a like to this video and consider subscribing to the channel, and stay tuned for more videos on YCode. See you soon. Peace.